Many CIOs and CTOs already have pretty rigid documentation of what exists in the organization, but I haven't met a CTO yet who knows everything that goes on in the company in terms of tools people are using to manage marketing or communications. But you want to map all of that, because then you're going to understand where there's a common opportunity to establish a taxonomy and how you want to tag information and that data as it's swimming in and out of the CDP. And I'm generalizing here for you for the sake of time, but at the end of the day, you'll be able to prioritize. You don't plug everything in at once. You plug in 2 or 3 things: marketing automation, maybe a CRM, maybe a social analytics tool that's not copying posts, because that would go against the terms and conditions that Twitter and Facebook have out there. But basically the information that you are able to pull from social media, pulling those things in, and then over time, testing, making sure that everything's working, and then saying, hey, these are the next 3 things we were going to plug in, these are the next 20 things we're going to plug in, until you have 100% of that data in there. What does this look like? This is a very generalized view, because I have a couple of clients that have as many as 300 to 350 systems that they've been using over the last 10 years to manage customer experiences, but they fall in these big buckets, right? There's marketing automation. They have agencies who've been porting data back and forth with them. They've got a DSP who does the same thing. The demand-side platforms and programmatic media has been built for the better part of 7 years to work in this world of personalization. We just haven't been ready for it yet. But they have data, they have your data, and then just here at this show, there's a few folks out there with tables that are in the personalization engine business. These are all things that would plug into this, in addition to those things that are more incumbent that you see in the wheel. On the left side of this slide, you'll see what is an identity graph. This is a dying business. There are 7 to 8 companies in the United States right now that already know everything about us. They know what magazines we subscribe to, what church we go to, how many kids we are, how do we identify in gender and sex and everything else. And those 7 companies are the ones that really big organizations buy data from to augment and enrich all the stuff they already know about us. I think that's a dying trade, but it's possible today, just saying. What does this do for you? I hate really wordy slides, but I've got a couple here for you. The first thing it does is it helps you understand lifetime value of your customers. It helps you understand who your best customers are, even more important than some calculation. It allows you to be much smarter about your advertising. Personalization at scale, relevancy at scale, this is what a CDP does for you. And it can do that in tandem with a personalization engine. It can do that with a DSP. It can do that with some of the other folks that are here at the show, some of you in this room. It will provide meaningful customer experiences where personalization matters more than anywhere else is on the inbound side. When someone calls the 1-800 number on the back of their credit card, the last thing they want to do when they call in with the phone number that's registered to their account is answer a question: what are the last 4 numbers of my phone number? Caller ID technology. The last thing they want to do is say their mother's maiden name. If we can pair these golden customer records to see a phone number as it's coming in, how do we put those 2 things together so when you pick up the phone, you can say, hey, Cliff, are you calling about the Big Mac that you bought 20 minutes ago at the location on Main Street? Cliff may think that's a little big brother, but at the end of the day, that's what we expect, is it not? This is what we love about companies responsibly using our data to give us exactly what we want and being relevant with us in the moment.